Good afternoon. Normally my plans get ruined because it starts to rain. Today my plans are ruined because it actually stopped raining. Today I was gonna work with the weather and I had plans to go out and film some slow motion, run around in puddles, Oliver running, well not running, but Oliver in puddles. I was gonna put a bag on the camera and everything. And now it's not raining. Well, it's an annoying mist. It's not raining, but there's a mist out there, so I can't even fly the drone because the sky looks kinda cool, but I'm not gonna launch the drone with this mist around. So, I don't know what to do now. I hate it when I actually decide to work with the bad weather. It decides to not be as bad as it normally is. So let's see if the scooter will start. Fuel pump sounds strong. It died again. But in all fairness, I didn't leave it on the charger for a super long period of time, so I know the battery didn't have a full charge. And the electrical system on this is so small that it doesn't charge while it's idling. You have to actually be throttling on it before it will recharge the battery. Also, the battery's like 8 or 9 years old, so it might just be dead. Since my plans for today were ruined because the weather isn't crappy enough, I have a topic I want to talk about. It's kind of funny why I'm going to talk about this topic today, so let me kind of give you the backstory and then I'll get into it. Throughout my day, while I'm working, I have YouTube playing on one of my computer monitors, and it's kind of there. I watch it. If I'm rendering something, my attention's directed to the YouTube channel because I can't edit while I'm rendering another product. Well, I could. It's just quicker to render with Premiere than to dump it and transfer it into Media Encoder and render that way. One of the videos that I was watching today led into another video, You know, if you don't click it, you know, they just keep playing. Well, the video that came up was a girl talking about a topic, what if you're not good enough? Or maybe it was, I can't remember the exact, I couldn't find the video again. I'm gonna have to look for it because I'd like to post a link. If I can't, check down below. I may not be able to find the video again, but if I do, it'd be cool. The topic, it was either, what if you're not great at something or good enough? Now, the gist of her video was, she's not great at anything. She's okay at a lot of things. And I can really relate to that because I myself, and I will say this, I am not good at anything. I'm okay at a lot of things. I will consider myself a jack of all trades, a master of none. There's a lot of things that I can do. Some of them I can do better than others, but there's not one thing that I'm great at. And you'll hear people say, everyone's great at one thing, you just have to find it. Well, I'm 36 years old and I still haven't found it. How long do I have to search before I find that one thing I'm great at? And I don't care about being great at one thing. I don't care about being amazing at one thing. I'd rather be good at a whole bunch of different things. If I'm okay at a lot of things, I'm more valuable to myself and the people around me than if I'm really good at one thing. Now, you're always gonna have someone that's great at something you're interested in. If you're interested in sports, there's gonna be an athlete that plays that sport that you're interested in that's great. And some people just have natural talent and they just gravitate towards something and they're just great. They have an amazing skill. I don't doubt that every one of us has a skill that they're amazing at, but that skill for me could be something like flying a jet. I'm never going to try that because I'm never going to try to fly a plane, so I'll never know. If that's my skill, I'm never going to find it because I'm never going to try to fly a jet because I don't have any interest in that. I'll get in a plane, I'll fly in a plane, but I don't want to be the one flying the plane. Now, that's just an example. I'm not saying I'm going to be or could be the next best, greatest jet pilot in the world, but that's just an example. And you might see people that are doing things that you're interested in, that you really like and really, really wish that you could be great at, and they're doing it with ease and you can't, and you get frustrated and angry. But don't worry about it. Just do your best. That's what matters. If you can have fun or get some enjoyment out of what you like to do, that's what matters. Now, the other reason this relates to today, I was having a conversation with someone that said they're a perfectionist. that reminded me of a Justin Bravo video where he also talked about chasing perfection. And that video I can find, so the link to that will be in the description down below. But you don't need to chase perfection. Perfection it's another one of those killers of productivity. If you're always trying to get something perfect, you're never going to get it finished. Even though deadlines are looming and they're terrible things sometimes, they're great. They force you to have a deadline to end that project. You can't chase perfection if it needs to be done by 7 o'clock on May 5th, 2017. I have 48 minutes to complete this project, get it done. That's my deadline. I don't have a deadline of that right now. But you see where I'm going with this. If I have a deadline, it needs to be done. I will get it as close as I possibly can to being perfect, but it's got to be done. Don't bother chasing perfection because it's unattainable. It's keeping up with the Joneses. You're just never going to actually get there. Once you think it's good enough, once you think you hit perfection, you're going to find a flaw in it later on down the line. The same thing with trying to be great at something, trying to be great at one thing. There's no point in being great at one thing. Okay, if you're a basketball star and you're great at basketball and now you make millions of dollars, great, now you're set for life, but the only thing you could do is basketball. Now look at it inversely. You're great at basketball. The one thing that you can do is play basketball. You think you're going to go to the NBA, you're going to make millions of dollars, and then you get hurt, and your entire career is shot. You can no longer play basketball. Well, you're only great at that one thing. It's the only thing that you focused on. Now what are you going to do? You didn't make those millions of dollars. You're not set for life. You don't need to be great at one thing. I mean, if you are, that's awesome. Congratulations to you. I'm not great at anything. You're probably not going to be the most amazing person in the world or be able to compete with the most amazing people in the world at that one thing that you really want to do. If you could do it and it makes you happy, just do it. If you're good at it, do it. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket. You're more versatile if you're good or okay at a lot of things. So stop chasing perfection and stop searching for that one thing that you're great at. Embrace the fact that you're okay at a lot of things, that you're good at a lot of things but not great. You're going to be more happy. You're going to be better off. So stop getting hung up on chasing perfection and chasing that one thing that you're great at. Get out there and do a whole bunch of different things. Enjoy yourself. Find skills that you didn't think you had. Maybe you'll find that one thing that you're great at. It might not be carpentry. It might not be music. It might not be sport. You might be the next greatest jet pilot out there because one day you decided to take a flight lesson. You never know. So stop chasing the unattainable. Live in the now. And just have fun. If you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You know what to do. Everything's down below. And I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. And we'll start all over again. Good night.